Hello guys, in this video we shall take a look at the new 2019 offerings by Primed Pyrotechnics. Primed have a surprisingly high amount of new items this year, and therefore there's a lot of brand new fireworks to look at. These fireworks are distributed in the UK by Evolution Fireworks, who themselves began trading last year, and we'll take a look at the Evolution fireworks and the remainder of the catalogue at another time. We begin with Prime's smaller barrages, and the top three can all be found in Prime's infamous Full House Barrage pack. Almost all of Prime's fireworks are 1.3G, with just a couple of exceptions, and I'll mention those as we come across them. So kicking things off, we have Russian Roulette. This has 19 shots, lasts approximately 23 seconds, and has a 20mm bore. The net explosive content is 146 grams, and the effects read Red Tail to Red Star White Strobe, Green Tail Green Star Time Rain, Blue Tail to Titanium Gold Cocoa, and then Silver Tail Silver Cocoa Crackling. Jackpot has a larger 25mm tube size, and interestingly there looks to be an increase in net explosive this year, as it's now marked as having a count of 224 grams, meanwhile in previous years it's been 216 grams. Jackpot is a great garden firework that packs a punch, and it has surprisingly large, loud and colourful breaks with silver, red, green, blue, yellow, white and purples. Wilder Dice has 24 shots, lasts 35 seconds, has a 20mm bore size, an NEC of 295 grams, and its effects read Green Tail to Green Star Gold Strobe, Blue Tail to Blue Star to Gold Spider, Red Tail to Red Star with special effect, Red Tail to Red Star with Gold Xanthium. Finally on this page we have One Armed Bandit. This has an effect height of 30 metres and 310 grams of powder. Although these fireworks are classed as category F2 with an 8 metre safety distance, I recommend viewing these from 15 metres as their small size really is deceptive. This hard hitting cake punches well above its weight, and this has red cocoa to white glitter, green cocoa to red glitter, yellow cocoa to green glitter, gold wave to red, green and blue, and then gold waved crackling. Turning the page, we have the first new item for 2019 with Pink Mojo. This would be an ideal gender reveal cake, as all of its effects are pink in colour. Those read Pink Glitter Mine, Purple Pearls to Pink Palm, Pink Pearls to Pink Glitter, Pink Coconut to Pistol Pink Palm. It has a 25mm tube size and a very respectable 328 grams of powder. Unfortunately, as far as I'm aware, there is no blue equivalent of this. We then have the infamous Casino. This 50-shot cake is often used as a finale piece for smaller Cat 2 displays and will certainly wow the crowd. Casino is a standout piece for both duration and variation. It lasts close to 1 full minute and has 318 grams of powder. If you like noisy fireworks, then Skybreaker is definitely the firework for you. This will be one of the very loudest fireworks available and has time range salutes. The firework is without a doubt close to or even on the 120 decibel noise limit, and will give dum bums or other notoriously noisy fireworks a good run for their money. It has a 25mm bore and 504 grams of net explosive quantity. Also brand new this year is Full Throttle. I've seen this fired online and it's a truly stunning piece. It looks to have rare ghosting effects, and its golden spiders fire rapidly with a very nice, consistently fast-paced rhythm. Its effects read Red Tail to Green Pearls with Red Plum, Green Tail to Golden Spiders with Golden Strobe, Red Tail to Sea Blue to Red Plum, Red Tail to Thai Golden Coconut with Red Strobe. It has 49 shots, lasts 45 seconds, and has the highest NEC yet with 632 grams. This will fit in very well amongst Primed Pyrotechnics' other powerful fireworks. On the opposite page we have the first fan firing cake, and this is again brand spanking new this year. Conquest has 90 shots, yet the net explosive content is just 297 grams. That said, the tube size is just 16mm, which explains how they have managed to squeeze such a high number of shots from a relatively small cake. That small 16mm bore certainly does not harm this piece, as being fanned it often shoots 3 or 5 wide and creates a very wide spread of colour across the sky. As it nears its finale, it has a whistling sound effect before 5 bursts all launch simultaneously. Its effects read: red tail to green pearls with red plum, green tail to golden spiders with golden strobe, red tail to sea blue to red plum, and then red tail to Thai golden coconut with red strobe. There's then another new cake called Furious Angels. This 36 shot firework has an enormous 864 grams of explosive and is one of my favourite new additions. This extremely innovative firework gives unique howling hummers into salutes and is unlike anything else on the market. It's a single effect cake and is as loud as any commercially available firework can be. As it nears its conclusion, it gives a volley of whistling salutes and really gives an ear-piercing sound. This would be a welcome addition to any finale, and if fired in the background whilst other pieces were being fired, I'd say this would only add to the overall impressiveness of your display. I'll definitely be buying one of these this year. It lasts 30 seconds and has a tube size of 25mm. The new fireworks just keep on coming, and here we have Heavy Hitter. True to its name, this piece has an NEC of 960 grams and is very close to the 1000 gram upper limit. It also has the largest bore possible with a 30mm tube size. Not only does this firework have some of the largest brocade crowns you'll find in any retail firework, but it also ends with a volley of titanium salutes, and therefore will also be one of the loudest fireworks money can buy. In my opinion, full sense of security is one of the best and very finest fireworks on the market. It begins with almost silent flying fish before shattering that silence with white strobe mines whilst red coconuts explode overhead. The effects of this piece really do lure you into a full sense of security, and therefore its name is spot on. It has 64 shots, a 25mm bore and 730 grams of net explosive quantity. Its multitude of effects are listed as blue tail to blue and silver fish, white strobe mine to red cocoa and white strobe, brocade crown tail to brocade crown horse tail, red blue time rain mine to red, blue brocade crown king, crackling chrysanthemum mine to colour chrysanthemum, crackling chrysanthemum mine to purple green dahlia, chrysanthemum, 3-time whistle, silver tail, and then salute time rain. Turning the page, the barrages only get larger in size. Hell's Bells is again nearing the very upper legal NEC limit with 970 grams, however has a relatively small bore size of just 16mm. This small tube size has allowed Primed to cram an incredible 260 shots into this cake, and as a result it fires unrelentlessly for 1.5 minutes. It has a wide range of multicoloured peonies as well as brocade crowns, and has both crackling and whistling sound effects. Chaos Theory is a fanned cake, and its statistics state it has 100 shots, lasts 32 seconds in duration, has both a 20mm and 25mm tube size, and contains 867 grams of explosive. This firework starts out fairly reserved, firing single straight firing shots, but quickly amps up to a V firing pattern which shoots paired peonies. All hell then breaks loose as Chaos Theory proceeds to firing in huge wide fans where effects above overlap and add incredible depth of colour. Wizard of Odds reads Purple Mine, Blue Stars and White Strobe Willow, Green Mine, Red Strobe Willow, Green Stars to Gold Strobe Willow, Purple Stars to Crackling Willow, and then Blue Tail Chrysanthemum, Silver Tail Whistle. Again, the NEC count is right up there with 985 grams, and the fact this also has a 30mm bore means its effects will be as punchy and hard hitting as they come. Stormblast lasts 1 full minute and also has a bulging net explosive content with 980 grams. This fanned cake has every firing pattern going and crowds the sky with various effects. These include red tail to red green white glitter, red tail to red star spider, blue tail to blue star, red glitter, red tail to pink, blue tail to gold glitter, white glitter crackling, red tail brocade crown, blue tail to red, blue star, green tail to green star silver chrysanthemums, willow, purple, gold chrysanthemums, green gold chrysanthemums. Sentinel is as big and powerful as a single cake gets and is on the powder weight limit with the full 1000 grams. This is one of my favourite primed pieces and it gives thunderous bangs which you'll feel in your chest. It has a rapid pace which resembles gunfire and often leaves those viewing awestruck. If you want a standout firework that's going to wow the crowd, then this is definitely a piece that will fulfill your needs. Newton's Cradle is also maxed out with the full 1000 grams of NEC. It strikes me that Primed aren't afraid to pack a punch into their products. This is a 100 shot fanned cake with a 25mm bore, and this reads red tail to red peony, green tail to white strobe, blue tail to blue peony with time rain, silver tail crackling, and then green tail brocade crown. Glittering Prize A and B are perhaps the most raved about and sought after of Prime's larger fireworks, and for very good reason. Although I have never fired these personally, I have only ever heard good things said about them and understand that they are the biggest, baddest and loudest fireworks there are on the UK consumer market. These fireworks are as close to a category 4 item as you'll find, and if you haven't seen these in action, I wholeheartedly recommend that you watch some online video footage, as words will not really do any justice to these fireworks. Both have the maximum sized legal bore for a cake type firework and are also near the explosive weight limit. These have the highest effect height yet and soar to an incredible 40 metres. So moving away from barrages, we now move on to the brand new primed Pyrotechnics compound cakes. These compounds are fresh to the market this year and take the already infamously powerful primed firework brand to an all new height. Thunderstruck has 150 shots, lasts 90 seconds and has 1,881 grams of explosive. This fires for a full minute before eventually adopting a mixture of various fanned patterns for its remaining duration. Its effects description is fairly vague here, however I have watched an online video for this and the firework starts out with crackling dahlias which appear to fizz as they spread outwards. There's then shot after shot of huge golden brocade followed by gorgeous strobing and glittering peonies. These effects are then replicated in a V-firing formation. They get shot in volleys before huge timed rain bursts light up the night sky. As the compound nears its climax, spinning tourbillons explode to thunderous titanium salute-like bursts. Adrenalize is even bigger in size and I would expect this to consist of 3 prefused cakes, whereas I'd guess Thunderstruck consists of 2. This has 164 shots, lasts 95 seconds and has 2,886 grams of powder. Again, the description is vague, but I can tell you that this compound starts out very much like Thunderstruck with crackling and fizzing dahlias. There's then red ghosting effects before huge strobing chrysanthemums dominate the sky. Palms then replace these effects and look to be enormous in size before the compound nears its halfway stage and opens up into a V-firing pattern. There is a huge array of effects from this point, including crackling bursts and dragon eggs, but the real surprise with this piece is the finale, which zigzags back and forth, firing at an incredibly frantic pace. Giant bursts swarm the sky and huge effects crowd one another in a hugely populated frenzy of colour. Towards the bottom half of the page, we now move on to Prime's smaller selection boxes, and there are 2 of the only 1.4G items within the entire catalogue. Beta contains 16 fireworks and will provide an ideal display for a smaller garden. As you can see, it contains an NEC of 750 grams and is category F2. Included in this box is a packet of 4 decent sized rockets which give timed rain and dragon egg effects. There's also a 100 shot missile battery, 1 mine, 3 cakes which are larger than you would find in typical selection boxes, 2 conical fountains, and the remainder of fireworks are more conventional box type fountains as expected. Alpha has 28 fireworks and over twice the amount of powder with 1,771 grams. It contains 8 fountains, a very impressive amount of cakes with a count of 9. There's 8 rockets, 2 mines, and now includes a wheel. Moving on to the opposite page, we have 5 card stud. I have an unboxing of this set on my channel for those interested. We have another new addition this year with elements. This barrage pack includes 4 cakes and it comes as a set. Included are fire, water, air and earth. The combined explosive count is 1,287 grams and each cake has 25 shots. Water has golden palms with strobing and an attractive strobing mine lift underneath. For its finale it fires 5 shots simultaneously. Earth is a very similar single effect cake with mine launch, however has a crackle burst dragon egg like effect. Air is very different with thick silver comets to timed rain salutes. And finally, fire has crackling golden comets to huge fizzing dahlias. Each of these fireworks are very unique and certainly stand out from one another. This is a fantastic new addition and would be an ideal purchase if you wanted to pad out and add to the 5 card stud or full house set. The full house barrage pack is one of, if not the very best box for its size. This amazing pack has a lot of praise on the specialist firework forums and you can believe all of the hype that you hear. I fired this set last year and for its size it blew me away. These are powerful fireworks and everybody should purchase this at least once, as I guarantee you won't be disappointed. It has been said that the full house is the jewel in Prime's crown, and I agree that for its price this set offers unbeatable duration, effects and performance. If you want a stunning collection of jaw-dropping high quality cakes, then look no further. Turning the page, we have a brand new selection pack this year, and this is a set which I am extremely excited about. Royal Flush is in some respects very much like Full House, only it has more cakes, 4 rocket packets and contains almost 1,500 grams of extra powder with a total net explosive count of 3,533 grams. On top of the fireworks found in other primed barrage packs, there's the tremendously loud Skybreaker cake which is guaranteed to wake the neighbours. There's also earth and water from the new Elements pack. The box contains 32 fireworks in total and all pieces are 1.3G. Those 32 fireworks consist of 12 cakes, whilst the remainder are rockets. Myth and Mayhem is the largest assortment from Primed and has a whopping 5,482 grams of explosive. This crate has 1 quality pressed 13-inch conical fountain, 1 mine, a missile battery, 3 large fanned cakes, 7 straight firing cakes and 10 large rockets. This crate would be an ideal purchase for a pub type display and has every piece needed to host a large semi-professional show. From what I believe, the box itself is extremely heavy and therefore you may need a friend to help lift this box into your car. Fired end to end, these will last almost 15 minutes. We now move on to Prime's rockets. All of these are again 1.3G and are of the highest quality. The Moonshot rockets are the smallest rockets and each contains just 13 grams of NEC. However, don't be fooled by their size, as these are rather mighty for their price. The effects read blue and gold strobe, green and red strobe, red and white strobe, purple and crackling, and then yellow and time rain. The Sky Raiders have 34 grams of powder in each rocket and again punch well above their weight, offering great varied effects. The various rockets give brocades, crossets, coconuts, crackling, glittering and strobing. The solar flare rockets are a Hawk variant, and these have 55 grams of explosive in each. These rockets have a mighty motor which powers them to a tremendous height, and although the bursts are probably on par with a Warhawk, due to the height they burst at, they do appear slightly smaller from the ground. That said, the effects on these rockets do offer more than a standard Hawk can offer. Mercury Rising have an NEC of 60 grams in each rocket and give a great twin burst. Some say that the double effect dilutes the burst sizes and therefore these aren't as impressive as the solar flares. However, although I agree to a certain extent, these are still well worth picking up if you can find them for under £20. We now move on to the final 2 pages, and here we have the largest of Prime's rockets. Halley's Comet are a packet of 5. The bigger 3 pack 130 grams of powder and the smaller 2 have 70 grams. I've never had these personally, however the effects read red special strobe, lemon special strobe and green special strobe, and then the 2 smaller rockets have titanium gold cocoa blue pistol and brocade crown to red. Supernova have been a smash hit in recent years, although they do seem to fluctuate in terms of burst size and performance. If you are lucky enough to find one of the better ones, then these can be utterly stunning. These pulsar rockets have 170 grams of powder to each rocket and have very unusual effects. One rocket bursts in the shape of a heart, making it ideal for Valentine's Day and anniversaries, and the other has a beautiful red crescent ring with timed rain pistol centre. Quasar are again unique as one explodes to a smiley face, meanwhile the second rocket is more conventional and bursts to a huge gold glittering strobe. These display rockets are guaranteed to please. On the final page we have 2 mines with Molotov Cocktail and Tequila Slammer. These have 265 grams each and the effects reach heights of 35 meters. These begin with a fountain effect before 11 mine lifts erupt simultaneously with either gigantic willows or brocade crowns booming overhead. Finally, we have the third 1.4G item in this catalogue with Krakatoa. This 13-inch pressed conical fountain rises to an unbelievable height of 20 feet and therefore must be one of the best performing fountains on the market. This would look great amongst even the largest display. So that's it guys, I'm sure you'll agree that all of these items can be considered premium, and in my opinion there isn't one bad piece amongst them. In fact, none of these fireworks are even close to being ordinary, and Primed Pyrotechnics have really outdone themselves by offering only the best of the best. The bigger cakes are as close as you can get to professional standard fireworks, and with the addition of new compounds this year, the gap between retail and category 4 display fireworks narrows even further. The new piece I personally must have is the Furious Angels 36 shot cake, and please let me know which items take your fancy in the comments down below. So like always, thank you for watching, and I'll post up another video soon.